welcome to True Heel Heat.
Hello. It is me, your Drew Hill Phenom SP3. We are not live, pre-recorded here on the Drew Hill YouTube channel for our NJPW All-Star Junior Festival USA and Impact New Japan Pro Wrestling Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls. Two huge events from two huge promotions, Impact Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, from the 2300 Arena. Two jam-packed shows. We're going to give you our final predictions for these two shows on tomorrow's True Hill Heat flagship podcast. This preview is coming out pretty late for you on a Friday evening, but we wanted to get this out here, give you some content for this Friday evening, and this is why you get it. Last minute preview, jam-packed. As I am alone here, as you see, no colleague here, nobody of the guys from Blunt Impact were available, nobody of my team from New Japan Pro Wrestling, J News, was not available, so I am here alone to discuss both shows. We're going to go through these shows pretty fast, starting with the All-Star Junior Festival, but I appreciate you. If you're watching this video, remember to drop the thumbs up on this video, share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And of course, you can sound off in the live chat if you're watching the premiere. But of course, the best thing to do is to comment down below and give us your predictions for NJPW's All-Star Junior Festival USA and Impact New Japan Pro Wrestling Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls. Let's start off with the All-Star Junior Festival. We got a pre-show matchup on the pre-show. It's going to be Goldie going one-on-one with Vinny Pacifico. Vinny Pacifico, we've had him here on the channel, interviewed him this year for True Hill's BTR. One of the few people I've interviewed twice doing interviews for the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. I'm going with Vinny. It also helps don't know Goldie all that well. I'm sure it's going to be a good matchup. That's going to be on the pre-show starting before All-Star Junior Festival on Saturday night. But let's get into the All-Star Junior Festival, because there's a lot of action that is going to be on these cards. A lot of great action throughout with bunch of great competitors from across New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling. AEW has some representation on this card. You also got Ring of Honor on this card, GCW being represented. They really did a great job of kind of widespread, kind of getting everybody from the junior division, from the X division in Impact Wrestling, and making a big show. And this is what we're going to see on the main card. They're going to have a special tournament, a three-match tournament. It's the All-Star Junior USA tournament. First round action is going to be Speedball Mike Bailey going one-on-one with New Japan Pro Wrestling's own of the United Empire, Francisca Akira, two of the MVPs, two of the top performers from this year's Best of Super Juniors tournament. They were not in the same block, so they did not go one-on-one during the tournament. So I'm looking forward to this one here. Probably some of the best matches of the tournament came from these two guys, whether it was Akira versus El Desperado, whether it was Speedball Mike Bailey versus Hiromu Takahashi versus Master Wato versus Teton versus Leo Rush. He killed it this year. So I'm going to go with Speedball to move on in this tournament. The winner of that match will go one-on-one with a battle of LA Dojo graduates, as it's going to be Bullet Club War Dogs' own Clark Connors going one-on-one with Kevin the Jet Knight, the two LA Dojo performers who won championship gold. First up, it was Kevin Knight winning the junior heavyweight tag team titles with Kushida from Catch 2-2. Catch 2-2 won the titles back, and then they lost them to the Bullet Club War Dogs of Clark Connors and Dan Maloney. One-on-one here, these two men did face in the Best of the Super Juniors tournament, with Connors getting the win overnight, and I think it's going to happen again. I got Clark Connors getting the win. And as far as Speedball Mike Bailey versus Clark Connors, two guys who were in the Best of Super Juniors tournament, did not go one-on-one, so I'm looking forward to this one, and I got Speedball winning this entire tournament. Speedball Mike Bailey, another guy I interviewed this year. Can't bet against him. Next, we're going to have some six-man tag team action. Trios action is going to be Ryusuke Taguchi teaming up with Rich Swann of Impact Wrestling and LA Dojo graduate, the DKC, versus former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, the real one, Enzo Amore, teaming up with Jack Cartwheel of GCW fame and AAA, teaming up with another GCW alum, Starboy Charlie. All of these guys I like in different ways, whether it's Real One with his personality and promo skills, Jack Cartwheel with the cartwheels, Starboy Charlie, underdog babyface, Ryusuke Taguchi when he lets go of the butt stuff. He's really good. And Rich Swann, one of my favorites. The DKC, not one of my favorites, but I'm warming up to him. And that is why I'm going to go with Team Taguchi on this one. Next one is a tag team match I'm very much looking forward to, as one of DDT's top performers, Mao, is going to make his NJPW debut, teaming up with one of the aces of the junior heavyweight division, El Desperado, to verse the GCW World Tag Team Champions, Nick Wayne, Jordan Oliver, the East-West Express. Nick Wayne, an AEW roster member. Jordan Oliver should be an AEW roster member. El Desperado, one of the top guys in the junior heavyweight division of New Japan Pro Wrestling. But Mao is going to be the guy that impresses the most here. Keep your eyes out on him. I'm going to go with the East-West Express to get the victory, though, in this one. Next, we got more tag team action, as we're going to have some stalwarts of the junior heavyweight division in New Japan Pro Wrestling, as well as some guys who are familiar with junior heavyweight competition in other promotions, as it's going to be Yo teaming up with Matt Sydal of AEW and Ring of Honor to verse Los Ingobernables de Japon's Bushi, and he teams up with Dragon Gate's own Shun Skywalker. I'm going to go with Yo and Matt Sydal in this one. I think Yo is in line for a big push in 2024, so I think he's going to close out 2023 very, very strong. Next, we're going to have a triple threat tag team matchup, as the bookers of this show, Hiromu Takahashi and Rocky Romero, will face Master Wato and Blake Christian. Blake Christian representing GCW and Ring of Honor to verse Doki and Lowrider. It's going to be the Pat's King of Steaks Philly's Cheesesteak Cup 3-way tag team ladder match. This is going to be insane. This is going to be a lot of fun. It should be the Tony Luke's King of Steaks Philadelphia Philly's Cheesesteak Cup, because Tony Luke's is right by the 2300 arena. But that was standing. I'm going to go with the bookers of Hiromu Takahashi and Rocky Romero to get the victory in that one. Next, we probably got the most interesting matchup on this card, as it's going to be the Lucky Dip tag team matchup, meaning that there's going to be multiple participants, and we don't know how everybody's going to be matched up. It's going to be at random, chosen teams. It's going to be a 4-on-4. Then I believe it translates to a tag team match, and then the winner of the tag team match go into a singles match. Is kind of like the war of attrition in Warrior Wrestling. So I'm going to go in this one with Alex Shelley, the Impact World Champion. I'm very much looking forward for Chris Bay and Ace Austin to be on opposite sides. The ABC, the former Impact World Tag Team Champions. A lot of different guys in this one, where you got Alex Shelley, you got the ABC, Chris Bay and Ace Austin. You got TJP, Cheeseburger, Yoshinobu Kanomaru, Kase Fujita, and Robbie Eagles. It's going to be a lot of fun in that one. And then finally, the main event is going to be a 5-way scramble match, as Dragon Kid of Dragon Gate fame comes over to New Japan Pro Wrestling for the first time to verse Fuegus of CMLL, Soberano of CMLL, Soberano Jr., KC Navarro of Warrior Wrestling. Shouts out to Warrior Wrestling champion, KC Navarro, blessed, and Leo Rush. Leo Rush is the only participant who I would call a New Japan Pro Wrestling talent. I'm going to go with Leo Rush in that one. But Philadelphia's got more action to enjoy, because now you got that on Saturday night. Sunday night, 5 p.m. Eastern time is the start time, special start time for this one at the 2300 arena. It is Impact and New Japan Pro Wrestling teaming up for Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls. One of the more anticipated shows of WrestleMania weekend was Multiverse United 1, and I'm sure that was a good show, and I'm sure this one going to be just as good. On the pre-show, the countdown to Multiverse United 2, you're going to have Joe Hendry teaming up with Yu Uemura working on the street. Joe and Uemura for 3 whole weeks. And they're going to team up with Heath to verse Master Wato, Rocky Romero, and Rasuke Taguchi. Rocky Romero got his win the previous night. He won't get it on this one. I'm going with Yu Uemura and Joe Hendry. Yeah, I'm going with that team to get the win here. But that's not the only thing on Countdown to Multiverse United 2, as Kenny King will defend the Impact Digital Media Championship against member of Just Five Guys, Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Kanemaru is so underrated, always comes through and gives you some good to great matches. Sure, he will do the same with Kenny King, but I got Kenny King retaining on the pre-show here. And then the main card, we're going to see Impact versus New Japan Pro Wrestling here as Just Five Guys. Doki goes one-on-one with Sami Callihan. Doki showed out and stole the show against Jungle Boy Jack Perry during Forbidden Door season. I'm sure he's going to try to do the same against Sami Callihan. I don't know how these guys are going to match up too well. If it turns into a brawl, I think it could be a good matchup, but we will just have to see. Tag team action next up in an interesting New Japan versus New Japan matchup. It's going to be TJP and Francisco Akira of United Empire, known as Catch 22, versus TMDK's own Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita. Fujita once again with a big opportunity here. I understand him being on the New Japan show. Very surprised to see him on this show here. I think he's going to have a good effort, but he's here to look up at the lights. I got Catch 22, the former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champions 2 times over. I got them getting the win over TMDK here. Probably the matchup that I think is going to steal the show. You got an X Division Junior Heavyweight scramble match. It's going to be Bushi representing LIJ versus Yo versus Rich Swann versus Mao of DDT, El Desperado of New Japan Pro Wrestling and Strong Style, Frankie Kazarian, Kevin the Jet Knight, and Chris Sabin. 1 fall to a finish. This is going to be batshit insane. I'm hoping it gets more than 10 minutes because it could be the match of the night. I am going with Chris Sabin to get the win. He is the most impact guy in that matchup, but very much looking forward to when you got Mao in there, you got Kevin the Jet Knight, you got Frankie Kazarian, Rich Swann. It's going to be so much fun. This one, though, is the matchup I'm looking forward to the most here. It's going to be a 4-way match for the NJPW Strong Women's Championship. Julia will defend against Momo Kogo of Stardom and against Impact's own Giselle Shaw and Deonna Purrazzo. It's a 4-way match for the Strong Women's Championship. Julia fought really hard to keep the title recently on a Stardom show against you. She won very hard in a hard-hitting bout against Willow Nightingale. I am sure this will be just as hard-hitting. And Julia in front of an American crowd. I'm hyped for this one. I'm very much looking forward to this one. This should be a hell of a matchup, hell of an opportunity for American fans to get their eyes on Julia and realize she's one of the best female wrestlers in the goddamn world. I'm going with Julia to retain. Next, we got tag team action. This is going to be TMDK represented by NJPW World Television Champion Zack Sabre Jr. as he teams up with Shane Haste to verse Impact's own Moose and Eddie Edwards. If there's 2 guys that represent Impact the most, I would say it's Eddie Edwards and Moose. They are kind of Impact through and through, kind of flag bearers for the promotion. Versus TMDK, I'm going to love seeing Zack Sabre Jr. mix it up with Moose, a bigger guy, a different style for him to go against. Looking forward to him and Eddie Edwards, who can match up a little bit with the technical side of him. Shane Haste is so underrated. How hell of a performance in the G1, picking up a win against eventual winner Tetsuya Naito. So looking forward to all of this. I got Team Impact getting the win. I think Shane Haste is here to take this L. This matchup, though. This matchup here, if it wasn't for the women's title matchup, this would be by far the match I'm looking forward to the most. It's 4 of the very best junior heavyweight wrestlers in the whole entire world will battle in a dream tag team matchup as one of the best matches from the Best of the Super Junior tournament this year. Hiromu Takahashi will team up with Speedball Mike Bailey for the first time to verse X Division champion Leo Rush and former two-time X Division champion Trey Miguel. You got the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Hiromu Takahashi across from Leo Rush, who we had a classic with earlier this year at the New Japan Cup Final. You got Speedball Mike Bailey and Trey Miguel, who've had great battles over the X Division Championship. Looking forward to Speedball and Leo Rush being across the ring from each other after their classic in the Best of the Super Juniors. You got Trey Miguel and Hiromu Takahashi, first time in the ring with one another. This should be fantastic. If it gets 15, 20 minutes, this will be the match of the weekend from these two shows. I got Hiromu and Speedball Mike Bailey picking up the win here. Next, it is the main event of the entire weekend for Impact New Japan Pro Wrestling Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls for the Impact World Championship. You got Alex Shelley. He's going to be defending against the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. These two guys are like, this is another one where you just look at it and you're a bit like, yeah, this is a matchup here of two guys that represent their promotions very, very well. You got Alex Shelley, who everybody was overjoyed to see win the Impact World Championship back at Against All Odds earlier this summer. You got Hiroshi Tanahashi, who's absolutely one of the very best that has ever walked through and ever stepped foot in a New Japan Pro Wrestling ring. And these two guys going at it, I feel a lot better about this match than I did the MJF match at Forbidden Door. Even though I thought that was a perfect matchup of a babyface versus a heel, I feel like this matchup, Alex Shelley's style would fit Hiroshi Tanahashi a little bit more. And Tanahashi's coming off a very good performance in the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. All that withstanding, I got Alex Shelley picking up the win. Alex Shelley retains the Impact World Championship this Sunday. Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls. We're going to talk all about that and give you final predictions on tomorrow's True Hill Heat. So stay tuned for that, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Join us live here on the channel for that in just about less than 12 hours. So check that out, guys. And also check out all the great content we got on the channel right now. If you're a New Japan Pro Wrestling fan, check out our NJPW G1 Climax 33 final review that is up right now. It was me, Romeo J News, and Sanal talking all about the G1 Climax tournament as well as the final night. And like I said before, join us live here, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time. It's True Hill Heat 239, our 6th anniversary. Looking forward to it. We're going to talk all about CM Punk AEW collision drama, talk about Cash Wheeler getting arrested. We'll talk about Edge possibly having his final WWE match, and Tetsuya Naito winning the G1 Climax 33 tournament. Stay tuned for that. We'll be here tomorrow. It will be myself, Miss Chrissy Love. Special guest Blue will be back on the channel. So join us live for that tomorrow, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time. But for now, for all, remember to drop the thumbs up, comment down below, give us your prediction for NJPW's All-Star Junior Festival USA, as well as Impact New Japan Pro Wrestling Multiverse United 2, for whom the bell tolls. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3. This has been our NJPW All-Star Junior Festival USA and Impact New Japan Pro Wrestling Multiverse United 2 preview. We are signing off until next time.